Today marks 3 years since 4 people were killed when a gunman unloaded into a crowd of almost 400 people, blasting bullets during a block party on Beatties Ford Road. Despite a reward of almost $50,000, 3 years now has gone by and no one has come forward to help police find the accused killers. That deadly shootout sparked a movement for change on Beatties Ford. And the city of Charlotte and Mecklenburg County brought in a national resource, Youth Advocate Programs, to start an anti-violence initiative. Our Queen City News anchor Robin Kennedy followed that group as they hit the streets to target gun violence. So Robin, this work means something very special to every single one of those workers. Explain that to us.
Yeah, that's right, Alicia. This group of workers is tied to their job because Charlotte is their home. Almost all of them grew up here along Beatties Ford Road. One of them sees this as his calling because of a promise he made from prison.
I was a good person.
We all walk different paths.
You know what I mean? That's real. I was a good person.
Coming from many places.
I come from a broken household.
Juan Hall doesn't mind you knowing he went down the wrong road.
You know, I promised myself and to the Lord, I prayed when I was incarcerated, if I get a second chance, I was going to do right. You know what I mean?
Juan's walk of redemption is along the very road where he did drugs decades ago, Beatties Ford Road, a place where the odds are against kids.
A lot of people can talk to a kid but never been through their struggle.
Juan is part of a group born out of violence, including a deadly day in June 2020 when more than 180 rounds were fired off at close to 400 people during a block party. 4 people were killed.
That was terrible. It was terrible.
The Beatties Ford 4, Jamak Hassel, Christopher Gleaton, Kelly Miller, and Darion Stevenson. Their names memorialized, their killers still out there.
So that would mean a whole lot if they could solve that case.
But a lot of people need to hear your story.
Juan's group, Alternatives to Violence, is working.
We just, keep walking, talking to people, of course.
Connecting the community.
I've been able to get a couple of employees through them too. So, and then they'll come in and say, anybody needing help?
They're made up of outreach workers and violence interrupters, sometimes called to crime scenes.
We were off, and then we got the phone call from someone else in the community.
They show up to disrupt.
Sometimes you'll hear something, sometimes you won't.
They have an ear to the people.
You have to be tied to these communities.
And an eye on the streets.
We get a second chance to do right.
To do right by business owners like Bernetta Powell. She gets emotional just talking about growing up here and making it.
Makes you feel good. I mean, it hits me right here. It does.
One day, they might get justice for the Beatties Ford 4, even if they don't.
Like I tell people, I ain't get arrested. I got rescued from myself.
Juan has already kept people from taking the path he once took.
And see, you make yourself a better person, and once you do that, you can live.
Now, if you're wondering if this program is working, UNC Charlotte's Urban Institute studied the Alternatives to Violence program in its first year. Researchers found a sharp drop in gun-related homicides here along the Beatties Ford Road corridor compared with other neighborhoods that do not have this program. Next week, Charlotte City staff will ask Charlotte City Council to approve funding for 2 more Alternatives to Violence programs, one along West Boulevard and the other on Nations Ford Road. I'm live on Beatties Ford Road. Robin Kennedy, Queen City News.